Sakura? Evil Ryu? Satsui no Hado? We like that shit, right? I actually main Sakura now. Nice basic Evil Ryu combo. I don't remember that. I don't think I've ever seen that happen towards medium kick into EX Tatsu and the EX Tatsu whiffed. Like, what the actual fuck? I've never seen that. The towards medium kick was successful and the EX Tatsu whiffed. The thing about ground EX Tatsu is that it's actually only -1 in this game if memory serves. However, oh, he thought he had move focus. If you do forward dash there, you have a combo, but it's hard. Nice trade. He really saw that and he was like, I'm gonna go for the trade, and he got it. Good shit. That was cool. Jump strong. In Street Fighter Cross Tekken and Street Fighter 5, that causes an air real, a knockdown. But in this game, it doesn't. In Street Fighter 5, Ryu, Sakura, and Akuma all have jump strong that knocks down, and air cancels. What's up with Ken? Give Ken jump strong cancel. Ryu's is like the worst one too. That's the worst part. That's the part that's actually criminal. I don't remember if Ryu can do 2 hits into Tatsu with his jump strong. Does he have to cancel the first hit or can he cancel the second? I don't actually remember. Ryu's jump strong was like the original Shoto. Juggly normal. Oh, that was odd. Some tournament rollback right there. Problem with the recording footage, I suppose. Fun fact, Evil Ryu actually has a punish for Dan Kick. It's Raging Demon. It's a very annoying mix-up for Dan on light Dan Kick. And it's a true punish on medium heavy and DX Dan Kick. It's expensive, but it's often pretty good to go for, actually. It's okay to save up your meter to go for that. Being able to sit on Raging Demon and turn off all of Dane's medium heavy and EX Dan kicks is actually very, very strong. PC is more controller friendly, I guess. So I'm gonna say yes. PCs are more everything friendly, really. But, you know, it's expensive. I don't even know if this will kill. Evil Ryu's only 950. Evil Ryu had to wake up with the XDP there, or else it was over. But Evil Ryu's beat stands. Evil Ryu's EXDP has a fuck ton of invincibility. Dan's only has some. Imagine being an Evil Ryu player and you lose to a Dan. Blanca? Road. Akuma Matata. Well, that's not what I was taught. God, Akuma in every single skit he was in was the best character. Look at this cannon matchup. That up ball. What have you got to juggle there? I don't remember what Blanca's shit with JP is. I feel like he doesn't have that much shit with JP. I remember a lot about Blanca's neutral, but I don't remember a lot about Blanca's struggles. He doesn't really have any at all, anywhere. That was tricky. I thought I was gonna cross up, and I know a lot about this fucking character and his jump arc. That was a very good fake cross up. Ah, dropped it. Low short, stand jab, hard Blanca ball. Decent punish. It's like 100 damage, I think. No jump out of card crouch in this game. Love that juggle. You should jump fierce. One of Dan's only 2 attacks with JP that doesn't cost bar. I guess he's got crouching taunt too. And also neutral jump strong. Crouching taunt is actually not too bad to go for. It only does like a single point of damage or some bullshit, or like 5. It does like nothing. But it builds like 40 meter, whereas each EX bar is like 100, I think. So you get a good amount of your meter back if you do DP into crouch taunt. However, the DP into jump fierce does a lot more damage, obviously. It's like, would you rather have 80 extra damage, or would you rather have 40 meter back? A little less than half an EX bar. -2, -2. Dan is Sakura in Street Fighter V is Dan in this game. -2 is worse in this game than Street Fighter V though, because there are actual 2-frame attacks here and there. Almost all of them are command grabs. In fact, all of them are command grabs. But they're like kind of prolific. There's a lot of characters with 2-frame grabs. Akuma, Evil Ryu, and Oni all have a 1-frame super. As well as T-Hawk and Zangief. T-Hawk, Zangief, Hakan, and Hugo all have 1-frame ultras. Characters like Guy, Ibuki, Balrog, Honda. There's a bunch of characters with 2-frame ultras. There might be one more besides the one I listed. Poison Kiss, I guess, from Poison. There's like a decent... I might have just listed like 90% of them. But there's a decent number of 2-frame attacks. All SPDs. Well, not all, but a good amount. All of T-Hawk's SPDs are 2 frames. All of Zangief's SPDs are 2 frames. I think Hugo's are 3. They might be 2. Hakan's are definitely 3. Seth's are definitely 3. Hugo's might be 2. T-Hawk and Zangief are both 2. So T-Hawk and Zangief SPD will just punish any Dan kick, any medium, heavy, or EX Dan kick. This is supposed to be a bad match for Makoto. She doesn't neutral very well against Geef. Decent punish. Double Fukiage is real cool. I love Makoto's light Fukiage as of Ultra. I like Makoto a lot as of Ultra. Makoto's one of my favorite characters in this game. She's very exciting. Nice link. It's very interesting how all her tools fit together. Love that combo. I like those little low dive kicks. Trade Lariat into EX. Green hand. It's been a combo since vanilla. It's kind of neat. I remember so many people were talking in Super, right when Super was about to come out. A lot of people were like, oh my god, if you can do Trade Lariat into Ultra 2, it's going to be so good. Everyone was so excited for it, and then it didn't work. This is her Halloween costume, actually. Isn't it? I don't know, it doesn't look that Halloweenish. There's something on her head, I can't tell what it is. They did like a Halloween... This is Zangief's Halloween costume, too. They did a Halloween costume update. It was like the last one before the game ended. And a lot of the costumes in it were really popular. They're cool looking. No promises on me being updating this in a reasonable time frame. This matchup's looking real hard. This is winnable, but it's shitty. It's so shitty. Oh, the back that he could have killed him. That could have been a dead geef right there. Oh, Sefric came in just to say that the matchup sucks. Yeah, I said that right when it started. You missed the Blanca Sefric. It's okay, he wasn't doing anything fancy. This is supposed to be a kind of bad match too. The other way though. Let's see some good old Chun-Li. Japanese Chun-Lis are something else. No American could unlock Chun-Li. This footage though. Okay, it caught up. Me playing? I don't play fighting games. It's a good replay. Dude, I'm tired of this fucking rollback in a arcade footage. Arcade footage shouldn't have rollback. EX bird kick there would have been dank. There it is. So why Ultra 1 in this matchup? What does that do? I pick Ultra 2. I'm actually super weirded out. I mean, yeah, she can whiff punish a Lariat maybe, but the only time Geef really Lariats for the most part is... Um, oh, no punish on the green hand. It's hard to punish from that far away. Ooh. What do you punish in this matchup? I mean, a lot of stuff that's just unsafe you can punish with EX legs into Ultra 2, and that's good. I know raw Ultra 1 does more damage, but like, you know, are you really going to be blocking an EX hand that's not F80 seed? You might. But like, you know, in that case, it wouldn't be that much worse to just do an EX legs combo. Lariat, like... Lariat, most of the Geef Lariats are going to be through fireballs where you might not have charge. So EX Bird is like a good anti-air most of the time, but it has very, very small invincibility. Which means if the opponent has an attack that goes really far down, like that jump medium kick we just saw, then either Chun-Li does... If she does the bird kick early, then it hits that jump medium kick, it like wins, but then Zangief just gets thrown in a fucking random direction. And only one hit of the EX bird kick connects. Or if she does it late, she gets hit. She has to block, or fucking even worse, she gets hit by the jump medium kick. So basically, if you've got a really big air normal, anti-air EX bird kick doesn't work anymore. I think she still has good anti-airs against Skeef, but they're awkward. Like the range has to be kind of specific. I think it's between stand medium kick and stand hard kick. And then she can also technically meet him air to air with like a fierce, which is pretty good. His jump is like not very fast. It's reactable. This is supposed to be not great. Try to punish the Lariat with a jump in. It's cool. Interesting trade. Probably a bad trade for Sakura. That crouch fierce. All of Sakura's hopes and dreams ride in that crouch fierce, and it's horrible against Geef's jump ins. So Sakura usually resorts to anti-air DP, which is really shrug. But at the very least, it stops Geef from getting in. But Crouch Fierce is a big liability because it's very narrow. And Geef loves baiting out narrow anti-airs. He's really good at it. Geef can jump from a lot of ranges and either hit a button and then, you know, you have to block it, or you can anti-air it. Or not hit a button and your fucking Crouch Fierce whiffs and then he SPDs you and you die. He gets like a 50-50 just from jumping from far away. And it's kind of a 50-50 that's in his favor. Because getting anti-air by crouch face isn't that bad. Getting an SPD is extremely strong. Ultra W for Geef is okay. It's very weak. I'd rather just pick Ultra 2 and then just use EX SPDs or regular SPDs instead of ever using Ultra 1. However, it's a very strong mix-up. Oh, greed. A girl indirectly talked to me. Huh? I would have done a fucking heavy. What the fuck was that? He should have done a. He should have done a running bear, the double suplex, and then he would have been in the corner, and he would have been able to jump over Sakura, and then he would have had a really ambiguous cross up into like plus frames. That definitely should have been a double suplex. She's almost at the chip. I don't know, like Ultra Double Ultra 1 only does a little bit more damage than SPD. It's like 310 versus 200 and fucking whatever. No, I don't want to talk to any women. Is that MC Jump EX Green Hand? The fuck? That's a wild jump in. I guess that's a counter for making Geef land on a low or something like that. That's a lot of meter to spend. You might say all of it. Oh, the whiff punish would have been GG there. If she got like low forward DP or something. I don't remember how her DPs work in this game. I forgot how fast EX Fireball is. EX Fireball got an ass ton of buffs in Ultra. It went from being the worst EX Fireball in the game to a reasonably good EX Fireball. Oh, Red Fire. He got an air connect and he couldn't tell because Sakura was so low. I couldn't tell. He still got it. Said hard kick is kind of like a read button. It whiffs on crouchers. It's also very weak to focus. But it's very good at catching backdash or jump away. Which people tend to do against Geef, to say the least. Oh, this is a shit matchup. This is usually considered to be Dan's worst. This matchup is truly awful. Dan is not very effective from far away. Dan's effective range is very similar to Geef's. Except Geef's mix-up is a lot better than Dan's when both of them are in that effective range. And then also Dan can't use any Dan kicks except light Dan kick. I don't know anything about Dan DiCapri. That just sounds like DiCapri's good and Dan's bad, but maybe there's more to it than that. Ooh. I wouldn't see that. That was unconfirmed. Shit like that you can't just do in this matchup. I mean you can, but you just have to be aware that you might as well be DPing. It might as well be low forward DP. It's equally risky. Hmm? That was definitely in range to punish. It's like impossible to space EX Dan kick that light SPD from Geef won't grab it. All it takes is reversal SPD. He might not. Jump back light dank kick. Very dank escape option. These are quite annoying. Not all bad for Dan. So medium kick is actually okay in this matchup. It's normally like it looks like it's an okay poke, but it's actually this might kill if it's heavy. Yeah, it was. So medium kick looks like it'd be an okay poke, but it's actually very mediocre. But you need to space Geef by any means necessary, and it does the job in this matchup. Same with Hadoken, Godoken. Don't like that at all, but it would have baited a lariat. I don't know what Geef did. Didn't look like a lariat. Geef anti-air is quite precise to time. And his crouch lariat's like his only anti-air. Punch lariat. I don't think he has anything else anywhere. All his other attacks don't really work very well on airborne opponents. Stand jab is different in this game, so no Street Fighter V style anti-air stand jab. Crouch Fierce is completely different in this game for Geef than Street Fighter V. Geef has his normals overhauled basically every game. On hit green hand into EX green hand is the dankest meme. Light green hand is like -2, right, on hit? That sounds right. Oh, should have spent the bar, bitch. He could die. Dan could easily. Oh, that was it. He should have OS'd. That was the OS to win. I don't even know if it would have hit both hits on Geef, so it might not have killed him. But the jump hard kick, he could have done a very easy OS EXDP. Easy peasy safe jump, to be frank. If you just treat it like you're canceling the air hard kick into an air EXDP. Ultra 1 would have worked too. That would have killed for sure. Oh, this fucking footage. Medium DP. He did it from pretty far out. Only got one hit. Still a good option. It's a nice session. That's a true block string. It's also a combo on hit. Snuck under. Ryu's extremely dangerous when he's got 2 bars and he's doing low forward. You Ryu. Regular Ryu, not so much. I wouldn't even look for the low forward anymore. I still might. But the FADC won't help him. I don't like that jump out at all. Jury shouldn't have allowed that. Nice fireball. He's got to chip out. He didn't get a chance. The chip healthy become very dangerous. That feel when no feels bad, man. Also 2 block string and an overhead. Overall, pretty good sequence. He wanted close strong into medium stomp, but he got far strong into medium stomp, which is safe, but doesn't combo. I like it. It's interesting how they gave Evil Ryu Stomp to Nikeli, because it's quite similar. There we go. That feel. Look, it's a Blanca. Let's see if he's any good. MLG pro tip: if he picked Ultra One, then he's already not good. Double, huh? I like this. Double's wild. I don't know about Ultra Double Blanca. T was like better in combos and better in neutral in this matchup, I feel. Okay. Evil actually has a pretty hard time punishing a Blanca ball, a light Blanca ball. Okay. I wouldn't call this a bad matchup or anything for Evil. I definitely wouldn't say that. But it is something, you know, a lot of characters have something they can do, but Evil doesn't. Evil might be able to do like a Reversal Demon or something. I think he got it. Looking good. Yeah. See, if that was Ultra 2, this would be, Evil would be like dying. It's Ultra Double. What's up with that? I like the anti-air Ultra. Oh. This is Ultra 1 Evil Ryu. That's okay. Ultra 2 would have done a little bit less damage in that context, actually. Okay, that's what it's for. So you can go for reverse ultras. You know, to his credit, that would have killed, and it is invincible. So it was pretty low risk. Low risk, high reward. I mean, it was the highest possible risk, but he was probably going to die anyway. And if memory serves, that actually does have enough invincibility to dodge a meaty DP or something like that. Although I could be wrong. Look at all that white. Pursue it. Pursue the white. Look at that combo. I don't know if I've ever seen a Blanca do that. That was actually really cool. Counter hit low medium kick into low hard kick. That's a 2-frame link. Kind of a meek punish. Yeah, that's the good Blanca. He's chipping out. Good shit. I don't know if Evil can dodge that. He might be able to empty jump into teleport to dodge that. But that's the only thing I can think of. And even then, you have to not be doing anything when the ultra happens. And he was getting up off the ground, so he had to do like a reversal. He had to do reversal teleport, and then I think he just would have recovered into the rest of the ultra. Overhead reset. Oh no, hit it with lows. I don't even know if Evil Ryu's low forward is that good at hitting block out of electricity. Nice, good reaction. Safe if it hits, so just focus on interrupting it. Evil Ryu's got a very dangerous amount of meter. He can literally kill off of a low forward without too much difficulty. That was it. Now Blanca's in a really good position. He can almost chip out with an ultra or something. Could block. I don't remember what that is on block. Oh, he's just doing it. Teleport or EX uppercut would be good here. He couldn't ultra because Blanca's ultra one would just go through Ryu's ultra one, if memory serves. Maybe we'll go over it. DP was an okay idea if he did it later. I think he had to be EX though. And also teleport was okay. He had to teleport behind Blanca though. So if it's extremely good. I think he could have done the Amazon River run to punish that. Blanca has a very easy time punishing lariats. Come on, dude. Slide punish. I think V-Trigger is more interesting than Ultra in a vacuum. I think execution-wise, it's also generally more interesting than Ultra. Didn't try to punish it from that far out. Don't blame him. This Blanca just likes ultra double. There's something to that, man. I don't know if I do it in every matchup, but Blanca has a hard time landing his ultras. He doesn't really have a good setup into either one. The best he has is up ball red focus. That was the X electricity. That was probably a mistake. He wanted regular, I guess. I don't actually know that. This sounds stupid, but I don't actually know the difference between regular and EX electricity in this game. I'm guessing EX does more damage, but like EX doesn't really seem to be substantially bigger. It doesn't seem to substantially be more plus frames. I think it is. I think it has the same plus frames as light, or maybe more. I doubt it. Light has a lot. Like even if it had more, you don't really need more. So I don't think it helps him any more in neutral than regular electricity. If it is more rewarding, it's not substantially so. The X electricity basically just exists so that you can accidentally get non-regular electricity. If he read focus there, he would have killed. The Crouch Fierce was a punish, so he knew it was going to work. Crouch Fierce into red focus is a combo, and then from there he could have done a dash up Ultra 2. Which would have probably killed Geef. It's an Ultra double, so it's hard to say. But he had the resources to kill there. It actually would have been mad cool if he did that. I think even from max range, Blanca low fierce combos into red focus. Oh no, this is almost stun. Oh, there it is. Red focus for max damage, heavy SPD. Should kill. Blanca's English, so probably not. I'll have you know there is actually a black Blanca. Key something da. Didn't we just see this? Okay. Ibuki. Ibuki's a very unpopular character in this game. I mean, a lot of people hate her, but what I mean to say is, she's very unpopular. Like no one plays her. Very few Ibuki players. Usually seem to be very annoying to play, very hard to play, and very scummy. Although most people agree she's kind of strong. Her moveset has very little synergy, I find. Some of her attacks see almost no use, and some of them are used in ways that aren't really, you know. Good escape. Don't really seem like the way the dev is intended. That's probably a punish. Got the one frame. Nice. Me right there. Block anything, then mash DPF ADC. Oh, wrong combo. I can see why he went for it, but it didn't end up being good. I think she lost that. It'd be actually really cool if she got that back in Street Fighter 5. Low roundhouse, far roundhouse. Right now she can only do that from stay medium kick. That's not even her old TC. Her old TC was close strong. Which isn't even, it's back strong now. It was that until low roundhouse, stay roundhouse. Ibuki's TCs work really well in Street Fighter 5. They all have a purpose. In Street Fighter 4 or Street Fighter 3, most of them are kind of just weird and wacky and useless. Whoa, bad punish. Oh, okay. That's like the maximum possible return he could have gotten out of the punish he started with. It probably will kill. I thought there was no way you could turn that to a kill combo, but jump cancel ultras, not what I was expecting. That might be true. Ibuki has a lot more synergy in Street Fighter V than any other Street Fighter she's ever been in. In 3, she's got a bunch of tools that don't really have any synergy at all. In 4, she's got a bunch that don't really have any synergy. In Cross Tekken, she's got a bunch that don't really have any synergy. Bad punish. Ultra would have actually punished that. I think he didn't have it. I think low jab into stand forward is a tight link. I forget if it's 1 frame, but I seem to recall it's quite hard. Stand jab into stand forward is like 3 frame, I think. Low jab into stand jab is 2, I think. Stand jab is a 3 frame normal. Goes really far. Crouch jab might also be 3 frame, to be honest. There are like no characters in Street Fighter 5 with 2 3 frame normals. But there's a bunch in this game. There's a lot of light normal redundancy in Street Fighter 5. Crouch jab, stand jab, and stand short often have really, really similar purposes. But in this game, even though it's a lot more light focused, it's even worse. A lot of lights all do the same shit. So people just use the one that's the best by a smidge. Most characters don't really use their standing lights that much, although it depends on the character. Or like not for combos, that is. Ooh. Zangief uses standing lights all the time. Zangief's got this really weird case where his close light kick is a really shitty normal, but his far light kick is a really good normal. So if you're too close, light kick is a bad option, and you want to do standard crouch jab. But once you've got the opponent to the far short range, then far short becomes the ideal. Because it has good range and okay damage. Tied for highest of his lights, I think. Nice. Converts to lighter EX, green hand, or whatever you want to do. I think Zangief wins this matchup until he gets knocked over. Not that Ibuki's capacity to zone is terrible. I like the kunai stuff. I really like the overhaul to Ibuki in 5. It really feels like they had a plan. Yeah, they did take away short lariat. Amusingly, Street Fighter V Zangief actually has a much easier time approaching, even though they removed all his approach options. And that's because they took away everyone's fucking defensive options too. See how I went crouch jab, stand forward? It's like a transition link right there. Crouch jab, stand forward is tight, but crouch jab into stand forward is easy. Rekka kicks, that's a bit strong. Calling them Rekkas. I can see how someone would like those. Penguin kick was kind of shitty and hard to use. Like, hard to make work, rather. Neckbreaker is very redundant with DP, which is very redundant with Raida. Which is very redundant with Rekka kick. This matchup is okay. I think it's in Akuma's favor, but it's not too bad. It might get to be, if you play really well, it might get to be heavily in Akuma's favor. Zangief struggles to approach, but his damage output is high as shit. You know the drill. That's true for Akuma, and that's true for Zangief in like every matchup. I mean, it's not. It's what I'm saying about redundancy is that you only ever use the best of those four, since they're all like combo ending specials. Technically speaking, because of the way that Rekka worked, Rekka, you know, Sumuji, you could get hard knockdowns off of that too, and you could also use it as a combo extension because of the one frame, the Sako stuff. But you know, no one ended combos in DP. That's what I mean by redundant. None of them are bad. It's just like, you know, they're all they all have a really similar purpose, which is why it didn't really matter to remove them. EX Penguin was a okay anti-fireball, but now EX Raido's doing that. If you get him, it's pretty far. I think Geef super goes further than his medium, but less far than his uh, light SPD. Yeah, Raido wasn't a bad move in this game. It's just that you would do her other moves. Her other moves were all better. Ending combo and fireball. Can't safely chip out Kuma. Nice. This is gonna kill. It wasn't. I don't think it was heavy. I think heavy would have killed. That might have been light. It's Akuma health, so it still did an ass ton. But it should have done a mega ass ton. Akuma's a weakling. 850, I think. Very low. 875 now, I think. In 5. Let's jump forward a bit. Serenas is a really good anti in this matchup. It's the ideal. DP can whiff depending on the range that Geef jumps from and whether he hits a button. Crash for your same business. Serenas is, it'll catch even the really far away jumps. And Geef can't alter his jump arc, with the very minor exception of Ultra 2. So, Serenas is a really good anti in this matchup. Speaking as an Evilry player, who played a good number of Geefs. That should be the only anti you worry about for the most part. DB can be okay too, depending on the range. That was a good play. Regular focus? He wasn't even close to another bar. You can react to whether EX Greenhead work, then you can only focus on block and then dash away or whatever. Tried commentating events. I've been to like a few, and I've hopped on commentary when they let me. I mean, I'm a relatively knowledgeable guy. Relatively, you know, good commentator. But I have the big problem that almost no one knows who the fuck I am. I could be like, hey, I'm Befale of SureYouCan.com, and that might get me a little bit of mileage. But, you know, most times I already have some commentators, and they're already people who everyone else likes. Good for Evil Ryu. If he was like one frame later on that lariat. Tony. Timothy Hawk. Neutral Jump Fierce, I think? I haven't seen that normal in a minute. Neutral Jump Roundhouse is a lot better. Neutral Jump Roundhouse is particularly good in this matchup. Anti-air Roundhouse is not very good here. You want anti-air DP. Nice, chased. T-Hawk has to make hard reads to chase backdashes. Forward dash as they backdash and then SPD them. Evil Ryu has a lot of recovery on his backdash. Or it's not really a lot of recovery so much as the backdash itself takes a long time. Nice punish. This is nearly dizzy. That was like max damage without a link. Barely killed. If you focus a lariat, it does the full damage for one hit of lariat, which is like 140 or whatever. And then it does counter hit damage of the next hit of lariat. So you lose just an ass ton of health really quickly. Lariat really fucks up someone focusing. Maybe it was lariat through a EX command grab, hit the armor, and then hit the. I don't know, man. I can't think of anything that would cause that, other than armor. Makoto does have armor though. Just got it on focus, got it on EX command grab. An armored grab would actually be kind of cool in Street Fighter 5. What's going on? The only one I can think of is the EX running bear. Is there another? They should have like an armored, just regular SPD. That'd be kind of neat. Just give that to Geef. And then they should remove Oki from EX SPD. Give it armor, remove Oki. Geef is like the one character who doesn't care. Give it to Alex. Give Alex EX. Make all Alex command grabs 5 frame, and then make EX command grab have armor. Wouldn't that be cool? So you can still throw it. You can still throw the startup. But if it's like button into button, he can EX command grab you out of it. I've seen EX run from El Fuerte. I've seen this in a match. EX run from El Fuerte, eat 3 hits from a lariat. And El Fuerte got like so much fucking white damage. It was literally like half his health in white damage. It wasn't actually 3 hits being absorbed. It might have been. It was like a shit ton of damage, I remember that. I think it was 2 hits being absorbed, and then he tried to do like stop. And then the third hit of lariat like hit the stop or something. This is a neat matchup. I remember an El Fuerte getting fucked in the ass by lariat. You can always jump forward there. Always is a bit strong, but it's usually a good idea. Remember Sakura Tatsu hitting in the back? I remember. Not that it was used, but it was there. Tatsu changes your jump arc just a little bit, and it seems like it wouldn't be a big deal, but it does give you some stuff. People expecting a very particular, consistent, safe jump arc might occasionally get a little surprised, like we just saw with that jump Tatsu. When Sakura goes just a little bit further than she looked like she was supposed to. Pretty nice combo. Whoa. Whoa. Sakura doesn't have a punish from an EX drill that close, I don't think. Oh, this is shitty footage right here. So in Street Fighter 5, you have light scissor kick as the most unsafe one, which is oh, got her, I think. Oh, never mind. Light's -4, then medium's -3, and heavy's -2, and EX is plus. In this game, it's literally completely the opposite. Light is -1. Medium is like -4 or 5 or something like that. Heavy's like -10, and EX is like -15. But EX is invincible. Light scissors is yes, -4. Most Bison players don't really use light scissors that much, and when they do, they space it. And it's only punishable by lights even when it's unspaced. But I remember in the beta I played a lot of M Bisons as Chun-Li. And Chun-Li has like at the time she had like a 3-frame low jab. And it went decently far. And I could just punish. She had a punish available from that far away. No, that's nice. This is Bison's only ultra setup, relish it. It's literally Bison's only way of landing an ultra. Jump strong, strong. He's got red focus setups too. If more people knew about Bison's frame data, he would be nearly as good. Bison has a lot of success in the level. It's because he like beating him at the high level requires knowledge of his frames. And no one in the level has that. A lot of Bison stuff is extremely fake. It's like Bison has an attack that's like +2, and then all of a sudden you let him do like repeated fucking down towards fierce, which is like a 13 frame normal or some bullshit. It's gonna work. A lot of people tend to hit reversal normals only after the heavies from what I can see. That includes me, to be honest. Is it 18? That can't be. No, that could be. 18 sounds like so much. Down towards face is pretty slow though. Now you can just counter hit that. That was like the biggest change to Bison for me. That made Bison a very annoying character to a very easy character. Well, I wouldn't call him easy. But like that was his biggest nerf in the way that I fight him. I don't know if Bison players would call that his biggest nerf, but to me it seemed like his biggest nerf is how wide down towards fierce is now. It used to be that like your button would whiff and then the down towards fierce would hit you. He would be able to space it so that it was very hard to counter hit. And then he would just whiff punish you. He would either, you wouldn't hit you would hit a button and it would whiff, and he would whiff punish you with down towards fierce, or you wouldn't hit a button and you blocked it down towards fierce, and both of those were very shitty. Because it's plus. Ooh. Good shit. But now if you just hit a button, like if Bison does down towards fierce, he gets counter hit. He gets really wide for the startup of it. So we can't do that bullshit. Made it so much easier to deal with. Rashid had a bit of that too. Not as much. They did it with like two Bison normals and like a Rashid normal. EX headbutt might have chipped there. To be honest, EX headbutt doesn't ass ton of chip. I don't like getting crush countered neutral, but I gotta be honest, I sure do like crush countering the opponent neutral. I like just throwing out a poke and then actually getting a full combo. Couldn't do that in this game. I like it a lot more now that it's weaker though. Crush counters always did kind of uncomfortable damage. Curious. Just went for the meaty low. It's not like people really treat Dan like he has an overhead or anything since he, doesn't. It's not like people block high. Not a great punish, but good enough. That would be interesting. Yeah, Korean suffers from CCs. They like make her worse by existing. Korean needs like a CC overhaul. Give her better combos from her fucking... I don't know, she already gets pretty nice combos actually. From Crouch Fierce. Make those the damage optimal ones. Delete Stand Fierce CC. Stand hard kick CC into 3 skill is just fine. Anything else I don't like. I don't mind stand hard kick into stand fierce. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just par for the course. But it'd be kind of cool if her main damage CC was her pop-up one. There's someone out there. One of the characters in the game has a pop-up CC as their highest damage. It might be Ed. Ed's Crouch Fierce, maybe. Giles isn't bad. Guile gets almost the same damage with his pop-up CC as his spin stun one. Oh, Sakura. That character that I main. Her pop-up CC does more damage than her spin stun one. It's just annoying that, like, invariably, if there's this crush counter that leaves the opponent grounded, it's, like, the best one for, like, punishes. There's no reason not to give Ken a strong combo from Crouch Fierce counter hit. There's no reason he shouldn't be able to do a ton of damage with that. It's not like he's doing a whole bunch of Crouch Fierce in neutral. He is for anti-airing, I guess. But it's like a really unsafe attack. Raw Crouch Fierce, it would be okay if Raw Crouch Fierce had some really neat juggle. Broad Crouch Fierce pop-up is damage optimal if you have a good tap. If you're sitting on like a 10 and the opponent does something unsafe, you can do counter hit Crouch Fierce into 10. His Crouch Fierce pop-up might actually... Got him. His Crouch Fierce might actually do more damage than his Stairman House. But you do stay on us for the V meter. You get the V skill, you get the TC, and you get the crush counter. Nice. You can ATA that fairly easily. Jump towards Bison is a very common response, but EX Stomp makes it harder. Regular Stomp jumping towards him is very good, but EX Stomp actually air airs kind of well. I'm not really sure how Bison does what he does with that scissor kick. Got him. Stand fierce, low short is 3 frames, I think. No, it might be 2. Because stand short is, I think, a 4-frame attack. And that's, I think, 1 frame. Stand fierce, stand short. But Chun-Li Bison's scenario is extremely strange. Very, very strange. I've got a video on it. Rufus is -1 after a Galactic Tornado. If you do a reversal 720 on him, it will be a punish. However, Chun-Li Medium Super will not punish Rufus Galactic Tornado. Even as a reversal. Even though Chun-Li Medium Super is supposedly a 1-frame attack, it will not punish that -1. However, M. Bison is -1 after a scissor kick, and Chun-Li Medium Super will punish a light scissor kick, and light and heavy super will not, which seems to suggest that medium super really is 1 frame and the others are both 2 frame, because the others are both 2 frame, for sure. Chun-Li Medium Super will punish some -1 stuff, but not other -1 stuff. Kind of uncomfortable, to be honest. Kind of shouldn't be how it is. This is a hard kick the matchup, I think. Bison hits hard kick. If he gets cornered, he finds some way to do a cross through EX Psycho Crusher or something. Regular Psycho Crusher. Geef might actually be able to chase that with EX Hand, I don't remember. But Bison just hits stand hard kick in this matchup. Medium kick too. Those were probably all jump strongs. It might really be 1.5 frames. That might actually be the, like, you know. That might actually be it. It might be like fucking 0.8 frames. Or like, you know, 1.2 I guess. So sometimes 2 frames have time to pass and other times only 1. This Geef is looking solid. Geef can sit on a life lead so well. You don't have to. He doesn't have to do shit. Like, yeah, Bison has a life lead. I mean, a meter lead, but Bison converts meter really badly. Bison has, like, no way to use meter for the most part. His 2-bar, his FADC combos are really abysmal. Scissor kick FADC. I like that. And he's dead. I missed the first 5 seconds. I think if Balrog does jump away, and as Geef SPDs, Balrog can do a light dash punch and tag Geef before he recovers from the SPD. Although I could be wrong. Bad jump. Yajirobe. Shit. Fucking Dragon Ball. Got him. What a good punish. That is an ass ton if it gets a ground connect. Very respectable power right there. That was weird that that worked. I don't even recognize that air normal. It was like jump light kick. Balg doesn't have a cross up. You don't normally see anything except jump roundhouse. And I think he has a button that goes really far down forward. Jump forward or something like that. Jump, jump. I think it was jump forward. But you don't really see a whole lot of variety from Balrog air normals. We just saw one that was one of them never used air normals. Failed Plink. He accidentally got the chain or something. Just jab into low roundhouse, that's what he was going for. If you're gonna plank, you plank with low medium kick, not hard kick. Yeah, jump hard kick can cross up. I think I've seen that. There's a lot of jank cross ups in this game. One of the reasons they added the cross up indicator in Street Fighter 5, and also for shit like Ibuki. But you know, Street Fighter 4 Ibuki does not. No, there's no equivalent character to Street Fighter 4 Ibuki. They just thought there might have been one. Eventually, it's like they add a cross up indicator and then they like remove all need for a cross up indicator. Nice, interesting connect right there. Yeah, that's a punish. Whoa, the video just ended. Damn, fucking interrupted. Geef level 1 focus into dash in is unsafe. I'm gonna kill the stream because I'm gonna go to bed. It's 200. It's 2:24 a.m. and I'm sleepy.